What experience have you or your family had with bullying?
I have been fortunate enough to not have any personal experiences or with myself or with my children. We've been very lucky to not have issues. We've dealt with situations where like something mean might have been said, but it wasn't targeted and consistent every day. So I feel for the most part, we've not had to really deal with any issues like that at home.
What experience have you or your family had with bullying? Have you had any?
Well, I actually had to experience a bully in high school, which was, kind of awkward because most people haven't figured out by then. But I just, after, multiple exchanges, I finally just kind of stood up to her. And
honestly, we haven't had really any experiences with bullying that I know of. My kids haven't come to me to tell me, and I ask them, how school's going, and I am very, I also ask them very specific questions to kind of see what's going on. But I guess for me, I haven't had really any bullying, just more picking on, especially in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So that none really.
With bullying, some experiences that I've had are basically through classroom work. I've had a lot of experiences with children saying they're being bullied, with parents being concerned of children being bullied. I feel that bullying is a buzzword currently that we're seeing a lot of parents and children use, and they sometimes are very spot on with the circumstances that are having them use those opinions. And sometimes I think it's just a word that we use for miscommunication. So those are some experiences that I've had with bullying.
And what experience do you have in the classroom with bullying?
In kindergarten, the main issues we have are kids taking something from someone, teasing them with it, telling them that they have to play with them, they're their best friend. More situational type things than just consistent, repetitive meanness over and over.
What experience do you have in the classroom with bullying, and how do you handle it?
Well, in kindergarten, the bullying is mainly like, with boys, it's more, I think, physical. They kind of tend to just, want to push and wrestle and play. I think girls are more likely to, bully with words, I guess. But usually I just, there's lots of ways to handle it, but you can, just talking with them, having conversation. We walk laps at recess sometimes. We write sentences if we need to. Making them apologize to the child's pretty powerful.
Social worker, I often get reports of bullying from teachers and paras and students, and they're usually student to student. And what I do is I talk to both sides. I see what's going on. We try to problem solve. We, say just keep away from each other, and just watch the interactions between the two of the groups or kids who are being bullied and who are bullied.
In the classroom with bullying, the best thing that we can do is have prevention. I feel that the best way to do that is by making sure that we're being vigilant. Bullying can't happen if we're working well with our students and making sure that everyone is being fair and everyone is being cordial to one another. Bullying often happens when things are unsupervised, hallways, bathroom breaks, things like that. So the most important thing that we can do as far as a classroom teacher is concerned is to be vigilant with our students and to watch them closely.
Do you feel that bullying is an issue in your grade level?
I don't feel like in kindergarten it is as much of an issue as it is maybe in some of the upper grades. they're still very innocent and want to be everybody's friend and very much pleasers. So we don't really see the bullying as much. Now we can see a specific incident that could turn into bullying if it's not addressed.
Do you feel that bullying, true bullying, is an issue in your grade level in kindergarten?
Honestly, I feel like, true bullying for the most part is not much of an issue in kindergarten, because I don't know that they even really, for the most part, understand, truly what bullying is. But, so very mild bullying, I would say, is really.
Unfortunately, I do believe there is a problem of bullying in our school. However, I feel like the problems begin outside of school. For example, last year we had a problem with bullying that started at church the night before, and it just continued. And as what bullying is, it's repetition, it's a control of power, overpowering someone. Also social media, especially with the 4th, 5th grade. I hate to label the girls with the social media, Instagram, that type of thing, Snapchat, that's where a lot of it starts too.
Within my grade level, I work in kindergarten, and so kindergarten, oftentimes we do not have a lot of bullying. We have children who say that they're not going to be friends anymore, or we have situations where children use their words inappropriately, but a lot of that we can reteach. If we take those bullying moments, and they're not necessarily even considered a typical bullying situation, but if we take those and make them into teachable moments, a lot of times we can quickly turn a disagreement or a miscommunication among kindergartners into, again, a positive working relationship.
Do you think bullying is more of a problem between boys, between girls, or do you think there's any kind of a difference between genders?
I do feel like that boys are probably more aggressive type behaviors that we see, and girls are more of the petty things, more item type specific things like, oh, you have this, I don't, or I have this, you don't. Kind of situations where the boys are more physical type situations that I see in kindergarten. But I think bullying can occur between any gender. That's just kind of what I see in kindergarten.
Do you think bullying is more of a problem between boys or between girls? Is there a difference? And this could be any age group, whether it be kindergarten, high school.
I kind of feel like it's more of a difference between girls, just because I feel like girls have more of a tendency to compare each other, and when you start comparing, nothing good can come from that.
Right.
Sometimes girls are more catty, and so I kind of feel like it's more of a problem with girls.
I think it is equal. There is a problem equally with boys and girls with bullying. I just think it is the boys and girls just bully different, and it's also handled and dealt with differently among each other. So yeah, I do believe that it's equal, but just how it's dealt with, if that makes sense.
As far as gender specificity with bullying, I don't know that it's necessarily a trouble between boys and girls. I think and when we have younger children, we see boys who are much more physically aggressive because they have not learned how to control their bodies. They like to wrestle, they like to play. And as we see older children, it's young ladies who are typically using harsh words against one another once we get more up into the junior high. So I don't necessarily think it's a gender-specific issue. I think it's an age-specific issue. I think that we have to be cautious to be able to watch all of our students. And again, bullying is something that can be minimized with supervision.